Welcome to Julie the Thrifty Designer. This video is going to make up for the last one. While we're still doing some more finishing touches in the bathroom that my husband is doing, I'm working on the closet. This is the wall we put in. On the other side of that wall is the bathroom we are working in. So, I know it's dark, and there's the plumbing to the back of the bathtub. And there's a hole in the floor that was originally for a laundry chute. They didn't even take it to the laundry room. It just took it to a closet downstairs. It was just kind of weird. So that is gone. So I am going to fill that in. Well, I decided I have these old bifold doors. Rather than taping and mudding and going through all the aggravation of that, I'm going to put the bifold doors there, screw them into the studs, and that way if we ever need, for any reason, to get into the plumbing again, it will be more simply removing a few screws, and it will be easy to get in to do anything that might need to take place. I'm not anticipating any need to do that, but you just never know in the future what life might bring. So anyway, I figured this would be easier than all the taping and mudding. And then I'm going to put a shelf, and I'm going to put like a bench in front of it to sit down on, because I want to cover that hole. This is going to be transformed into just a really neat coat closet nook. I mean, why not? It's got the space. Maybe a little bit. We'll see. So watch what I do next. All right, next. Well, what I did now actually is I just brad nailed them with about 4 brad nails just to hold it in place so it doesn't come crashing down on my head. I'm going to screw it in much better so it doesn't go anywhere. But the door, and I'm using what I have around the house, okay? So there's, I've got to be frugal on my budget. So you can see the gap there. There's room between the wall and the door. Well, I have this plastic molding that actually we took out of the failed bathroom shower, and I'm actually going to put them in there to fill in the gap. It'll fill it in very nicely, and when I paint this room, I'll cut off the excess of on top. When I paint this room, you will never realize it other than you'll be able to see that there's a hinge. Couple of hinges, actually a total of 3, which might tell somebody, hey, there's an access to get to behind, the area behind the shower. I think it's gonna look good. This shouldn't take me too terribly long to figure it out and make it look good. Okay, I've got it screwed into place. Sorry about the lighting. It is a dark closet and there is no lighting. I'm just having light from the hallway come in. But there's a screw there and a screw there, and there's one right there, and I tried to put one in right in there. You can maybe see it right there, but for some reason it wouldn't screw into the 2x4, but it's solid. It ain't going nowhere. And I put one on each side, and it's taken the bounce out. And then, as you can see, I have put that molding in on each side of the door. And so when I'm ready to paint, I will probably caulk all of that just so it'll look nicer. But it won't take anything to get into that area should you need to. Next, I'm going to put a shelf on top. It'll be fun. Okay, what I have is a piece of wood that just so happens to fit this closet. I didn't have to cut it at all. And then I found some scrap little wood, and I think it's gonna work pretty good, because what I'm going to do is right there, I'm gonna cut these to fit the length of the shelf, and I will screw these into the wall, one on each side, and then I can set the shelf resting on the back of the door and on these, so that it will hold it up there. And I think it would be good for putting scarves and gloves and hats and things like that. I think it's going to look good. I hope anyway. Alrighty, there's the shelf put into place. You know, you don't want to put super heavy on it, but it'll work for scarves and mittens and hats. And it's got room up there to get to it. This is going to be great. I hope anyway. Hope my vision works for what I have in mind. Alrighty, I'm not a professional builder, nor do I claim to be. I'm just one of those that, let's see what we can do to make this work. So, I had the boards downstairs that have the American flag on them. You can tell they're pretty old and original. I'll be painting all of this so you won't see it anyway. And I might even leave it just for the heck of it and just clean it up really well. But I've covered up the hole that was on the floor. And now I'm putting 2x4s on there. And I have another one of those pretty boards that I'm going to lay on the top of those, screw them in the corners. And hopefully I can make like a small little bench that you can store stuff underneath, like in baskets. We'll see how it pulls together. I'm having a hard time screwing things in because that's some tough screwing through there, but I'm getting it in and we'll see how it looks. After a while, I hope it works great. Okie dokie. Well, the bench is put into place and it holds me and it'll hold just about anybody then. Got it all up and put into place in the shelf, and then the wood on the sides that I'm going to actually put hooks on. Nice pretty hooks when it's all painted and caulked in and everything looking good. So I know it's just a standard little coat closet, but I thought, you know, they can hang their coats on the hooks, and maybe underneath they could put some of their winter boots and shoes or whatever, and if they want to, they could sit down on that bench and put on their boots. I don't know. Anyway, it's how this closet looks now. I think it'll look good when I get to finishing it and making it look nice. I'm not quite done with the bench, I don't think. Okay, what I did was just put a face on the front of that seat. It looks more finished, and when I get it painted, it'll look nice. And I know it's just 2x4s on the inside. I'll paint them, caulk them, and hopefully they'll look good. We'll see how I might end up finishing that off a little bit differently, but at the moment, it's, like I said, I never claimed to be a carpenter. But I think it's looking pretty neat. We've got a room that I think is finished. I mean, other than painting and all of that. But I mean, it looks like it's gonna work for some really neat closet needs. All right. I have now decided, I mean, I didn't just now, but I mean, I've gotten them. I was going to put hooks on these boards that I just put in right here, because this is, after all, a coat room. Well, here is what I found. I don't have good lighting in this closet, so I am sorry. Got them from the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to just be fastening them up right there. And I'm going to put 2 of them on each side. They're pretty sturdy, actually. And I'm just going to screw them in. I mean, sure, they're not as pretty as some of those individual ones that we could get to put on here. But this has several hooks, and you'll be able to hook and hang a lot of things off of this. So when they're all together up there, it's going to look nice. But I'm not hanging these till after I get done with all the drywall and painting, because I'm going to put the black on the white and make it look really nice. And when I get done painting this room, it really will look much brighter. And I do have a light idea that I'm going to put in there. But I'm not going to wait to put this video out till I paint it. It's just going to be painted. And I'm just showing you what we have done what I have done in this closet, I'm going to caulk in some areas to make it look more professionally finished. I think it's going to look nice. I mean, I didn't realize it. I was thinking how easy it might be to just take those 4 screws out to remove that door if you need to get to the plumbing behind it. But I forgot. I built in a bench. And, well, frankly, it's going to make it a whole lot harder after all. Oh, well. It's still going to be just simply removing the top from the 2x4s, and then you should be able to take that door out without too much trouble. But anyway, it's still going to give it a nice finished look once everything is painted. I think it's going to look really nice. And so I put a basket up there and put some other baskets or whatever of your choice, and you'll be able to store all kinds of scarves and mittens and gloves and whatever, or just whatever you want to store up there. And I think it'll look really nice. So I'm going to close out this video now, just showing you what I have done in this little small standard closet that most 1950s tract homes actually had. And what they had in here was just, you know, the single bar that went across and you hung your coats on it. Well, I've reconfigured it to more of those mudroom style looking closet. I mean, yeah, it's a closet. You close the door, but it'll act the same, I hope. Gives you a place to sit, put your shoes or boots on if you so desire to sit in this tight little closet. If not, it's more shelving that you can set baskets on of whatever you may want to store in this sweet little tiny closet. But I hope it will look really good when I get done. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Y'all take care, and God bless, and happy remodeling. Enjoy remodeling. Have fun with your decorating. Y'all take care, and God bless. See you soon. Bye for now.